Hey there, what is up? My name is Susana Hoyos and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This week is a little bit different. I know I usually give you tips on what to do for your weddings, but I'm really having a conflict and I'm gonna need your help to figure out which camera is best to shoot your wedding. So let's hop right into it. The question of the year has been whether to go mirrorless or whether to stay with your DSLR. So today we'll be talking about the significant differences between the Canon 5D Mark IV and the Canon R6 to make that choice a little bit easier. Remember, this is all based on your needs and the needs of what it is that you're shooting. So let's jump right into it. Let's start off with the biggest question of them all, price. Today, the Canon 5D Mark IV is currently priced at $2,700 and the R6 is priced at $2,500. But since the 5D was released in 2016, there's a good chance that you can buy a nice, good used one for a lot less money. Now, the autofocus on the R6 is significantly better than the one on the 5D only because of the 100% sensor coverage on the R6, which is roughly around 6,000 focus points. Meanwhile, the Mark IV only has 61 focus points. So, on the R6, my subject can move however close to the edge of the screen, and they can still be in focus. The only time this doesn't work very well is when there's a lot of people in your shot, like weddings, for example. It definitely takes some getting used to because in the Mark IV, I use the Zone AF mode, which has a large area of focus. Meanwhile, the R6's eye tracking has one spot, which is usually accurate most of the time, but it does take some getting used to. One big difference between the R6 and the Mark IV is that the LCD screen on the R6 is fully articulate. It allows for it to be flipped outwards, turned sideways, upside down, whichever way you want it. And it's especially beneficial when you're short like me and you're shooting tall people, or when you want to get low on the floor and you don't have to throw yourself on the floor. You know what I mean. And the main difference that honestly made me switch over to mirrorless is the electronic viewfinder that the R6 has. And it's honestly made my life a whole lot easier. I don't know how many times I've overexposed or even underexposed my shot on the Mark IV because I'm simply looking through the optical viewfinder. If I can change my settings, my focus point, and browse through the menus all without leaving the viewfinder, you can definitely count me in. So, overall, which camera do I think is the best? I'm gonna have to go with the R6, especially being a hybrid shooter that shoots both photo and video. There's definitely been a significant improvement since 2016 when the 5D was released and 2020 when the R6 was released. So that's the final verdict. I'm gonna have to go with the R6 to shoot the wedding. I wonder if it would work the same for real estate or for sports. You know, that's when your needs come in. It's based off of all of this information that I gave you. Go ahead and make that choice.